Okay, so Miresi just released the interim report for their playtest, which they had in 2025 during September and December in Japan, the Tokyo Game Show, and around the Anime X Game Festival in South Korea, which is the one that happened in December. And a lot of people really voiced out their opinions, and I think that they took them to heart, and they really did like fix a couple of things. So like, I want us to like quickly go through like this report. Now, this game is a game that I saw from Sticks. He's the one who actually went, I think he went to the Tokyo Game Show, the one in Japan, where he actually played the game in a booth. I wish I have the clip. I wish I could show you guys the clip. If I have it, I'll paste it in. If I don't have it, then F it, man. I'm not gonna show it to you guys. But the point is, he really got me interested in the game. I saw a bit of the gameplay, and the game really does look very interesting. It reminds me a lot about Higan Eruthyll. Higan Eruthyll is a game that I wanted to play, but I could not play simply due to the fact that I don't know what happened with that game. I absolutely don't know what happened with that game. I don't know if it was rushed or if the developers like the execution was so bad. Like graphically it was amazing, the story was meh, it was mid, but character designs was amazing, the combat was good, but there was a lack of content, there was a lack of like, premium, summoning tickets freely given out. Like the amount of rewards you'd gain from the in-game content was rubbish. Like it was so dry. The game was so dry. Like the first 2 months it was fine, we were willing to accept it because like the game is new, but after that, like, it was so dry for like I don't even know how long. I think they shut down now, or the EOS. But this game reminds me of that, and I think it might be a little bit better, but let's just go through the report. Like, let's see with chapter 1 with graphics. The first question was, are they satisfied with the quality of their 2D illustrates? And 52%, which is literally half, are very satisfied, and the rest of the 37% was somewhat satisfied. So you can see people were really happy with the 2D illustrates. And when it comes to the 3D, they were not very satisfied. They were satisfied, and they're going to give us reasons on why that is later on down. But you can see that they really had a huge problem with the 3D character models. And when we look at the reasons why, they say here that the hair presentation could have been better. Their chins are far too sharp and long. The way the characters' eyes were looking around was unnatural. The impact effects of ultimate animations were lacking. Movement animations were awkward. And the main reason why they were not very satisfied with the 3D models is due to the fact that there was too much of a difference between the 2D illustrate and the 3D modeling. Okay, so that is, very concerning that, your 2D models do not look like your 3D models. And for me, that seems like a sign of, either the people who are coming up with these, illustrates and the models, either they are not communicating, or it could be a sign of AI, especially now in 2026. Like, there's a possibility like it's AI. It really could be AI. They did receive the comments, about the aspects of the 3D modeling, like the chin and the hair presentation, and they are working on it. So they did improve. They really did improve. Here's the graphical improvements. Look at the before and the after, and looking at the side profile of before and after, and the after looks absolutely magnificent. Like, they did really well on the touch-ups. I'm really happy about that. And the ultimates, yeah. Before it was so garbage. It was mid. It was so mid. Wow, it was mid, but they really worked on it. They really worked on it. Let's go to the combat with chapter 2. How did they find the basic combat difficulty? It was right where it should be. It wasn't too easy, and it wasn't too difficult. Some people found it difficult, like only 26%, but half of them found it like it was okay difficult. Hopefully there's not difficulty spikes. I hope there's not difficulty spikes, kind of like, cough star saver, like artificial. I hate artificial difficulty, because a lot of game developers will create artificial difficulty in order to like increase sales, in order to force you to spend money so you can get through like those artificial walls that they build up. Like, they purposefully put those up, and it's really annoying. And how did they feel about the impact of combat, like, when hits connect? And they said it's good. It's not excellent. It's they're satisfied with it. Okay, a lot of people are saying poor. 33% said poor. Like, wow, hey, damn, that is so bad. So they want people to let them know about the combat so that they can further improve on it. And I think they did improve. I'm not sure, like, for me, it's it still looks the same. I can't tell a difference. I really can't tell a difference. Okay, currently in development is written right there. Currently in development. So okay, they haven't fully touched up on it. Okay. Based on the feedback, it was difficult to read the flow of battle. We are hiding unnecessary UI elements and adjusting things like skill trajectories and monster after images. I hope they give us the ability to skip ultimates. They give us the to put auto skip for ultimates on, to give us the ability to remove damage numbers if it's possible, because some people don't like seeing the damage numbers. I like seeing the damage numbers. And I also hope they give us the ability to fast forward the battles, like put it on times, a minimum of times 3 times 4 speed. Like times 2 speed nowadays is slow. Give me times 3 times 4. Gotta pick up the pace, the flash. Speedy Gonzalez gotta rush through this thing. So it's still currently in development. And then we have chapter 3 for story, which is the report card. And what was the intro portion of the story enticing to enough to keep you curious about what's going on? And only 28.6% is very enticing, and that is worrying. That is so worrying, because if the story is okay, I'm gonna skip it. The story needs to be like really, really good in order to keep me going. Like for example, Zenless Zone Zero ZZZ has a very good story, but I left the game because it's Hoyoverse and they're predatory as F. And like when it comes to gacha games, specifically original gacha games and original story, Zenless Zone Zero is the only gacha game that I've played throughout my whole entire livelihood where the story is good. Like it is so good, it is so amazing, it is funny, it keeps you going. Because the main reason why I play like IP gacha games, like especially anime IP gacha games, because I like the enemies, I like the story of the anime. So playing a gacha game based off of the anime, like I can rewatch like basically the entirety of the anime. Or like for a perfect example, I can give you Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, where instead of using the anime to basically remake the story in the gacha game, they use the manga panels. So it's basically like the manga is turned into a game instead of basically the gacha adapts the manga instead of like where the anime has to redraw everything originally, which is a problem for me. So that's why I really like IP gacha games, because they literally take the original source material and they don't change anything. That's what I like, unless of course it's like JJK Phantom Parade, where it's like a retelling from like a third, like is that a third person view, I think. And let's see what people's complaints were. I found it hard to connect with why I'm this counselor. I've seen the flow of story like this time and time again. Yep. The method of storytelling was too linear. Yep. The method of storytelling was, yep. There are way too many unique terms. True. A few counselors showed interest in our time-themed lore, but also received a lot of comments that were too many terms and that the writing style was contemporary. It was mid. So they're working on the story. They're saying they're massively trying to improve the story, that it isn't just force-feeding you a narrative. That is good. I hope they do that. In addition to the developments based on your feedback, we're preparing a variety of other content, so stay tuned. Bonus notes: of the returners who were available during the playtest, who was able to nab your attention the most? And it was Itsuka. Like she grabbed the most attention. Now Teria, I understand why she has 20%, or she's in second place, because she's the one with like the massive jugs. Don't ask me how I know, I just know. And of the returners who were available during the playtest and was able to nab your attention the most, oh, she took third place. Second place went to Ende. I guess it must have been after like, wait, did they okay, I don't know how she got is there a difference between these two returning? They must be like, oh, one is for Japan and one is for Korea. Okay, in Japan Teria got okay, and in Korea, but Teria's still third. She's still up there. She's the one with the massive jugs. Okay. And lastly, I even brought a little sneak peek of the returners who are excited to meet you, counselors. I'm not sure when it was taken, but there's a picture of me in there here too. I don't know why the F they put you here, but the 2D sprites still kind of don't look like the characters to some sort of extent. Like they really, I like the 3D models are fixed. That's fine. The problem is the 2D sprites. I think they like really need to like recolor everything. They just need to like rework the 2D sprites, like recolor it, redraw it. I don't know, but they just gotta retouch it. Okay. Counselors, that's all I have for the interim report. We were a little upset. I hadn't been in touch for so long, weren't you? I'll soon be back with the video about blah 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 blah. Yeah, nobody trying to hear all of that. But the point is, it's good to see that they're listening to people and they're trying to fix their issues. And like I said, wait, did I say this? But I did try to do like a playtest. I think they dropped like a closed beta or open beta. I tried to register for it. I didn't get selected. Don't know why the F I wasn't selected. Or maybe it only happened in Japan and Korea and didn't happen globally. But I hope this game gets released globally. I can't wait for it to get released. And I can't wait to try it out because, like I said, I really wanted to play Higan Eruthyll, but the game was so mid. It was so mid. But that's it for Miresi, and I can't wait for it to drop. I can't wait for it to come out.